whack.
Yeah, exactly. The other big complaint from critics was the pacing, because everyone was like, "Oh, there's two directors, and Joss Whedon's terrible," and all the pacing was off. And I was like, the pacing was fantastic.
Yeah,
they had the pullback, quiet time where they were building character, a little bit of character development on the guys who haven't had any development or are new.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but anyone who says, "Oh, there wasn't enough character development on some of the characters," you go, "Yeah." Because they haven't had their solo movies yet.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, like, just because, yes, okay, I think Marvel did it better doing more solo movies before.
Yeah, so they did Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor.
Yeah.
Then Avengers.
Yeah.
And that was the first one.
Yeah.
So that was the 6th movie.
Yeah.
So they've done, this is the 5th movie in the DC universe.
Yeah, but they did less.
But they did Suicide Squad, which wasn't really involved in this movie.
Yeah.
So you'd really say it was the 4th movie, because you've got Superman, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman. So you really only got 3 films to build up. So you got 2 less films. So if you had if you had a Flash movie and you had an Aquaman movie, you would have had way more build up. And then you could just, but I think they did. I got a lot of what Cyborg was on about. I think they did really good character development for Cyborg. I think Aquaman was. You didn't really need to know much about Aquaman. You knew he was a rogue. You knew he was kind of one of the. He was a lad. He kind of mentions that he's a loner.
Yeah,
and you kind of get that. And he talks about how his mother left him on the surface, but he's not accepted in Atlantis or on the surface. And he does, and he sits on the whip of truth. He has that moment of Wonder Woman's rope. Lasso of truth, and he has that whole. That's a real great. That's like a great moment in the movie for me. Just like stand out. Yeah, and then and she's just like points, and he like gets up, and he's like, "You tell anyone, I'm gonna." And you'll meet every piranha I know. Tells the Flash. And the Flash is like, "Wait, I didn't hear any of that." I didn't hear anything after we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Yeah, and I think, and even Flash was like, I'm in. And he's like, well, I need friends. And you're like, and Flash is, and the great thing is, I love this. If anyone complains that Flash isn't fast enough, because he's not, but I know why he's not, because he's a teenager. It's like teenage Flash. He's still coming into his power, right? Yeah, so like, I think I loved it how like they showed that difference, that Superman is in his power, he's in his prime. And that Flash was another great moment where you like, Flash is running around Superman, because Superman's like holding on to Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. They're trying to pin him down in that fight. Flash running around, and then all of a sudden, like, Superman's head turns, and you're like, oh no! And Flash is like, what? Flash's face like, oh! And then he like goes, yeah. But you see that he's still, I'd say, a little bit faster than Superman, because he was dodging Superman's punches in that sense, you know. But he was still, but not as fast as You still Barry Allen. You saw that he was new. He was tripping over his own feet. He was like, and he's like, it's great that you guys all seem ready to do battle, but I've never done battle. I've just pushed some people and run away. So like you see that he's. I really like how Batman just like gave him a mission. He's like, just save one person, and he's like, you do that, and you'll know what to do, which is like you'll just save everyone because you'll be able to do that, and you'll get that feeling of like, oh, I did it, and so And then later he's joining in on the fight, and he helps Wonder Woman, with her sword and things like that. I really loved the dynamic between Wonder Woman and Batman's development as a character. The scene where they're deciding whether or not to resurrect Superman. Yeah. And she's like talking about how she doesn't want to do it, and then he's like, "Does Steve Trevor tell you that?" Don't talk about Steve! And I knew straight away that she was like, "You just don't say it," because you just saw the look on her face. He's like, "Did Steve Trevor tell you that?" And she just drops it. She just one punches him straight back. Oh, I loved it. And he's just like, "Bro, you don't talk about Steve, man." Oh man, like I turned to you and I said, "Don't talk about Steve." Like, no way, man. And then he gets up, but he doesn't even, he just kind of staggers, and then he gets up again, and he just keeps going. He's like, why did you leave? You're a symbol of hope, but I didn't know about you until Lex Luthor stole a picture of your boyfriend, your dead boyfriend, It's like, where have you been? And he just really, challenged her, and I think that's classic Batman. Oh, and even more than that,
with the whole Batman thing, like, they didn't make Batman overpowered. They made Batman exactly what Batman is meant to be, a rich guy who has a lot of fancy toys and a big brain.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like...
And, like, super jacked as well. Like,
super jacked. Yeah, but, like, Superman flies out.
Yeah.
Everyone's there except Batman.
Yeah.
Superman's just like, he arrives like 5 minutes later because he has to run from inside the ship outside the ship, and the rest of the just jump out.
But there are also so many great Batman moments, like the opening scene. I really like that with the criminal on the roof, and then he uses him as bait for the parademon.
Oh yeah.
They could smell it. It's like, what do you want? Fear. They could smell it, and the thing comes up, and he yanks the guy back. Like you gotta give him credit for that. Like the guy's like suspended flat parallel to the ground, and he manages to yank him back.
He's not weak.
And jump onto the parademon. And then he's actually detecting, like he's doing
what Batman's meant to do,
and doing that sort of stuff. So
I mean,
I'm
loved
a Batfleck fan, man. That's the thing.
Yeah,
though.
but I mean, I loved
Batfleck.
how they've done Batman. I loved how they've done Aquaman. Like, do you actually talk to fish?
It's like
hey, more talk to the ocean, and then the ocean talks to fish.
You put the word out, like, can you actually talk to fish?
It's so
referencing
good.
the joke at the start. It's like, I hear you could talk to fish. It's
so good.
So funny. But, like, that's the thing. He's done his research, and he knows about those guys. Like, Yeah, so he knows.
Even though Cyborg's way better at computer hacking skills.
Yeah.
I actually really rated the movie. They had their mini climax, and they had their full climax, and they had their anti-climax, and it was paced fine.
Yeah.
I didn't like. There's this big issue with pacing, and I'm like, it was paced fine. I couldn't even tell what was the Joss Whedon and what was the.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Part of it, I think, as well, is the production seemed so, troubled. Zack had to pull out. Warner Brothers issued an edict saying that no movie would be over 2 hours long. Joss Whedon obviously had to do extensive reshoots, change the whole tone of the movie.
I mean, the 2 hours long thing. They obviously
digitally remove Henry Cavill's mustache. But, like, to be honest, I asked you. I knew going in.
I didn't notice.
You didn't know that going in, and you didn't notice that his mustache was like.
I completely forgot that he had one.
Yeah.
Like, in real life. Like, I'd forgotten that he'd grown one.
That's the thing. And the guy we went with was like, no, I didn't even know either. So, it's like...
The white ghost.
Yeah.
The white ghost.
That's the thing, It's just like... it was trouble, but I feel like you're right that some people were like, oh, this is trouble going in, and it's going to be crap. And so, therefore, it is crap. But, like... I really enjoyed it. Like, Like, let's put it this way. DC have disappointed me in every single movie until Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Batman vs Superman. I just don't like Superman movies. I honestly just don't like Superman movies because it's always. I always say there's two things that you get with a Superman movie: either kryptonite, or another superhero, Superman.
Yeah.
Like and. Without fail, those are the two things that you have to have in a Superman movie because that's the only thing that can beat Superman. So I just don't like Superman as a hero.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman I thought was fantastic. I think they did a really, really good job.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like Captain America-esque.
Yeah.
Kind of feel. A
period piece. Yeah.
Period
World War
piece.
I. Yeah.
And just I think Wonder Woman's like character's very quite Captain America kind of character, like honor and tradition and that kind of stuff.
And she dresses in like, red, white, and blue and has a star on her uniform. She carries a shield.
She feels...
She's super strong.
She feels a little bit like, carbon copy. But anyway...
She has a best friend called Steve,
I mean... but Steve dies. He doesn't lose an arm. Or does he?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Anyway, but then this Justice League movie, I think I said afterwards. I actually enjoyed it more than Thor.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I was like, wow.
I think I gave Thor a 7. I'm pretty sure I'd give Justice League a 7.5 or an 8.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed Justice League.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a different scale though, because we have to basically score it. Is it participation certificate? Or is it Best Picture Oscar? You only get to choose one.
What? No. So I wouldn't say it's participate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's best Oscar.
No, but you only get a dichotomy, you know. Like,
no. I would say
you can't half it.
It was that mirror, you know. No. It's that you know, endorsed.
Yeah.
Participation with endorsement.
No,
you know,
no. For me, Oscar. That's it. Man, I'm a fanboy of
Let's put it this way. Okay.
The thing I want to see, the thing I can't wait for, Batfleck's solo Batman movie.
Batfleck solo Batman.
Like, honestly.
You know the only way they're going to do that, right?
What?
Is they have to do like like they're going to have to do like a prequel Batfleck movie.
No, why?
Because how are they going to do another...
Like they just lock him in Arkham. Why not?
Lock him in Arkham?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I guess
like
so. But
they would just do it like the guy who's directing it now is Matt Reeves, who directed the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You know?
I did like the fact how like they keep referencing guys that Batman's already defeated.
Yeah.
Like I miss the days where all we had to worry about was a little bit of
exploding
rain.
wind-up penguins.
Oh yeah, exploding wind-up penguins. Yeah, like
he's like the simple life. He's like, that's the simple life, right? Okay. Yeah.
So, okay. I would say Oscar.
If you're on a sliding scale of 0 to 10, you'd give it like an 8.
Yeah. So I'd have to say Oscar.
Yeah.
It's more Oscar worthy than
participation
worthy.
Yeah.
For sure.
So for me, Oscar, and I'd say 8 as well. It was really good.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, and I was just gutted. I don't know if I told you this, but I was gutted that there was no shirtless Batfleck scene. Like, no shirtless Batfleck workout scene.
Yeah, like
he got, like, Superman, shirtless. Aquaman, shirtless. Cyborg doesn't wear clothes.
Are you meant to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something here, James?
No, I just think, the hard work that he put in
all that hard work
to train,
to
and he
look
gets
that big, yeah.
And he gets nothing.
He does one shirtless scene.
No, he kind of lifts up his shirt, and like you see this massive bruise after Superman's beat the crap out of him.
For those of you at home, Jason's currently indicating how
right here, he lifts it up the back, and you just see the back of his back.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman, like I was hoping that he would have taken it off, and she would have popped his shoulder back, and you're like, shirtless Batfleck, whoop whoop, because
just simple like Batfleck working out as like strain in the gym or something.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. Yeah. Anyway, that's why it's an 8. If there was a shirtless Batfleck,
it would be a 10.
It would be a 10.
It would be straight up 10.
Yeah, straight up 10.
Shirtless Batfleck.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway.
Maybe that's why all the critics hate it. There was no shirtless Batfleck.
Probably.
Actually, but like I said,
Batfleck
has been hated on from the moment he got chosen as Batman.
But he plays both Bruce Wayne and Batman so well.
Well,
because
he does.
You can see the torture. Like, there's that scene where he's like, and we're going to have to wrap this up in like 2 minutes, but there's that scene where he's talking to Alfred and he's like, the world needs Superman, the team needs Clark. He's more human than I am, you know?
Yeah.
And you just see the brokenness of 20 years of working in Gotham just... Like, and like there's hints that he's an alcoholic because he's always drinking and he's kind of got that kind of, but he's also really sharp though, so man.
Oh, he plays the
so
character
good.
of Batman very well, very well.
Yeah.
I hope he listens to this. And
we'll tweet at him.
We'll tweet at him. Ben
Affleck.
Affleck, listen to our podcast,
and do the Batman movie because we believe in you.
We do
because
believe
you
in
are an amazing Batman.
We believe in Batfleck.
We are Batfleck for life.
Which is, like legit, none of this American fake BS. We're from New Zealand.
We're from New Zealand. Listen to our accent.
We're Kiwis.
We tell it like it is, bro.
We actually know the truth.
Yeah.
We know
and
the
truth will set you free.
Batfleck.
Yeah.
For life.
Let's do it. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. But keep listening. We'll probably do it next time, because we talked about this last time. We'll do one of the older movies that I've got a tin for. So it's gonna be
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Actually the next movie is gonna be Star
Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars.
Which is coming out later. Well, it's going to be
2 weeks
this month by the time this podcast is up.
2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks.
So yeah, and we'll do that. But probably next week we'll do Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Should we do 1 before we do 2?
No, because we're going backwards. Remember, we're going back through.
We're going backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah.
All right, we should finish because
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
These people have listened to us enough.
They have.
They've got to this point.
It's 2017
well done.
Hero film. Yeah. Yeah,
you get a gold star.
You get a gold participation
award
star.